What's going on, James? This is my response to your contest, the gear and Grub, and I'm going to be cooking up some food for y'all today. The gear part of my video is pretty lame. Unfortunately, working in the restaurant business, you are stuck working weekends most of the time, weekends and holidays. It's one of the downfalls of working in the business, but nothing you can do about it. When everybody else is out enjoying themselves, they like to go out to eat, so you know, if you're going to run a restaurant, you got to be open on the weekends and on holidays. So this is where I usually am on Sundays, and this is what I wear on game day. It's kind of lame. I usually get up to the bar and watch the game, at least the second half of it, but that's kind of the way it goes. So I know the gear part's pretty lame, but it's what happens when you work every Sunday. I was going to do a video where I took a bunch of penis-shaped food and deep-throated it, but somebody stole that idea from me, and plus, we only do the jumbo-sized carrots here, and I'm not that talented. So what I'm going to do for y'all is we're going to do a New York strip steak sandwich, and we're going to do some seafood nachos. We'll get started with the nachos first, since that's kind of the appetizer, and we're going to do a seafood nacho. So we'll go ahead and get the salmon on. If you don't like salmon, you can definitely go with some other kind of fish. You can do like a tilapia if you like a mild fish and you want to kind of go cheap. You could do grouper, halibut, you know, anything that you like. If you don't like fish at all, then probably need to find another type of nacho to do. So what we'll do is we're going to broil the salmon down here. Get that going. It's probably going to take about 5 minutes. And we're going to make a sauce to go over the top. And what I've done over here, to save a little bit of time, I went ahead and started it up. We got a, basically, it's like an Alfredo sauce. Started with a little butter and garlic, and added some cream, little Parmesan cheese to thicken it up, and it's pretty much ready right now. It's pretty thick. You know, it's your basic Alfredo sauce. And I'll add a few more ingredients into it here just to kind of give it a little bit of flavor and have it go a little bit better with the dish that we're doing. Add some red onion into it. This is going to be kind of hard to do holding the camera, but we'll try to do it the best I can. Take some shrimp here, season them up with some chili powder or some cayenne or taco seasoning, you know, whatever you like. We're making nachos here, so we got to go southwest a little bit. Dump those in there. Take some capers. Add those in there. And then a little bit of dillweed. Something about dillweed, that name just makes me laugh every time. Dillweed. But add just a little bit of dillweed. It goes a long way, so you know you don't want to put too much in there. And take a little bit of Tabasco sauce. Again, like I said, we're doing a Southwest style kind of seafood nacho. So however much you like in there. And then just to add a little bit more flavor and really go with the seafood theme, take a little bit of lobster base. You can find this in your grocery store. Again, you don't need very much of this. It goes a long ways. Just maybe like a half of a teaspoon. Put that in there. Mix all that up. Let the shrimp cook in there some. Shrimp are going to cook real fast, so you don't want to overdo it. So get your sauce mixed up real well. We'll go check on that salmon and see how that's going. I'm going to try not to make this video too long. Salmon's still working over there. We're waiting on the salmon to cook. Get into making the steak sandwich. When it comes to cooking, for me, I prefer simple and quality ingredients. I know Cole Hamels fan said something along those lines, and for me, it's simpler the better. Just use quality ingredients. So take a nice cut of New York strip, maybe like a 7-ounce piece. It's real thin, so you got to be careful not to overcook it. Season it up with a little salt and pepper. You don't want to go too overboard with the seasoning. It's a good piece of meat, so you don't need a lot. You want to be able to taste the meat. And then I have an advantage because I have a commercial kitchen, and I have a South Bend broiler here that'll get up to about 1800 degrees, and I hope I don't melt my camera. This sucker will get hot. You see it glowing up there. So crank that baby up 1800 degrees so that I can just sear the outside of this piece of meat. Like I said, it's real thin, so you're just going to want to sear the outside of it real quick. Check on this salmon right here. Let that salmon cook to about medium rare. Our sauce is definitely ready over here. Cut the heat off on that. Shrimp are cooked up really well. I'll go ahead and drop some French fries to go along with the steak sandwich. Get those going while we get ready to prepare our meat. And like I said, the meat's going to cook real fast. So we'll stick that up on the 1800 degree broiler here. Try to get that thing back there a little bit deeper so we get a nice char on it. You're going to go real quick. If you don't have a commercial broiler at your house, you can definitely use a grill. Just try to get it as hot as you can. Just be careful not to overcook your meat because it's going to be on a sandwich. So you don't want to make it tough. You want to be able to bite into it. Take a piece of French bread like this. Just take a baguette and cut it down into a sandwich size loaf. And then I'm going to put some garlic butter. The one-handed cooking. Put some garlic butter on there. I'm going to throw it under the salamander and let it toast up real quick. Come back and check on our steak over here. Should be ready to go. Flip it real quick. Sorry if the camera work is poor. It's hard to cook and film at the same time. So the strip is pretty much done just because, like I said, it's 1800 degrees in there and you don't want to overcook it. Just trying to get a nice char on there. And our salmon, nice medium rare. It's going to cook a little bit more, so you don't want to have it fully cooked when you take it off. Let that sit there and rest for just a second. Take a bowl of chips right here, some tortilla chips. If you can do fresh ones, it's definitely better. But if you got to go buy them in the store, that's fine too. And let's see. Alright, take that cream sauce that we made with the shrimp and the lobster base. Put that over your chips right here. And then take the salmon over here. Again, sorry for the poor camera work. We're going to do this one-handed. Give it a quick chop. Should have waited till somebody got here so I could have. And then lay your salmon over the top of your nachos. And then one more thing that I have, I'm going to cheat. Pull your bread out for your steak sandwich. I'm going to cheat here though. I got some cheese sauce that like what you get in the Mexican restaurants. I've already made it up over here. Put it in the microwave in about 20 seconds. And I'm going to put that cheese sauce over the top of all this. To make the cheese sauce, you just take some white American cheese and shred it up. And take some heavy cream and put it in a saucepan. Heat that up and then slowly stir in your shredded cheese until it melts into a sauce. And then just pour it over the top of the nachos. Going back to the steak sandwich. Take your bottom piece of bread here. Lay your New York strip right across the top. Take, see if I can set the camera down. Take a piece of lettuce. If you like mayonnaise, you can put it on there. Like a horseradish sauce would be really good. You know, or you could just eat it plain. Cheese and bacon would be really good on it if you're into that kind of stuff. Like I said before, I like simple. Simple with quality ingredients. So put a couple sword picks in there to keep it together. Nice medium rare on the inside, and that sucker is ready to go. French fries are cooking over here. They should be about ready. Pull the French fries up. Throw a little seasoning salt on those. Back to the seafood nachos real quick with the cream sauce and the salmon. And then, like I said, I got that white American cheese sauce. And I'm just going to pour over the top of this. This is just like what you get in the Mexican restaurants, pretty much. No jalapenos or anything in there. But you got to have cheese on a nacho. So drizzle that all over there. We're at 12 minutes. Taking a lot longer than I thought. Let those brown up in the salamander here. It's going to be some good eating. While that's browning up in the salamander, I'll give you a quick tour of my restaurant. Back here. Where I was working up here was the main production line. We're not open right now, so can't see it in full action, but got the back here. It's kind of a small kitchen area. Got the office in there. Not very organized. Buffalo chopper. Slicer. CVAP ovens. These things are amazing right here. They use a dry and moist heat combination. Similar to a combi oven, but a lot better. A couple tilt skillets. Potato oven. There's potatoes ready for the shift. And an Alto Sham up here, and then back around to the bright red 1800 degree broiler. Alright, nachos are brown. Brown those off. If you have a broiler at your house, you can just put it on the broil setting. Brown those off. Throw a little parsley on top of them. Got yourself some seafood nachos, a steak sandwich, French fries. There's the dish pit over there. Give you a quick tour of the dining room. So there you have it. And it's going to be pretty good. It's early in the morning right now. It's 8:30, so this is going to be breakfast for me. But New York strip sandwich, French fries. Take your sandwich on up. If you come up here on Sunday, if you're ever in the Atlanta area, come on up and have a seat up here at the bar. This is usually a good place to camp out right here. And then you got the TV there for the Falcons game, TV down there for whatever other game. And sit down and eat your steak sandwich. Some draft beers. We got Sweetwater 420 on draft, which is an Atlanta brewed beer. I don't know if it's popular in other areas of the country or not, but and if it's a nice day, you can come out here on the patio, sit up here on the outside bar. This window will open up right here and give you access to the bar, and you can watch the game from right there. But that is pretty much it. We're at 15 minutes. Show you a quick shot of the dining room here. The palm tree. A couple birds live in there. But that is it. James, thanks a lot for the contest, man. Hopefully the footage of this video is not as bad as I think it's going to be. I really wasn't able to hold the camera very much, but hope y'all enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.